then also so many new things that you have to have.
Okay, we've got Giants on defense, we've got BBL on attack. Third map.
By something a little bit more
No raid boss.
Well, that's it for BBL.
Just
attack side.
5 ghosts.
Look, there's certainly some opportunities for them to take their utility.
Very nice. And like I said, he can't get traded. We have a stun, it doesn't get anything for it. Lovely pick. BBL leading the pistols at 3-1. Yeah, right? Maybe I'm wrong here. Someone double check for me.
Put a stop to this. He might even decide to just back out. No, sticks around for a kill, but only the one found.
Yeah, damage done onto Loon at least. He's a little bit low. You can see the wall put into place. Something that Cloud might just try and bait out so that it's not going to affect them when it comes to the later round. In fact, the rest of the team are looking to fall off, and in fact, they've lost a player for it. I don't know if that was necessarily worth it, but with how low a couple are, I guess not wanting to fight in that position anymore.
This Astra duel is going to be big. You would imagine Astra wins it. Does Astra even check middle?
You know, 3v3.
No, okay.
Spike planted seems good for BBL. Like you said, it's the HP.
Look 4 bullets for Chamber.
Dropped. It was a headshot as well, a clean way to put him out of the round. Sociable hope for the same, but the shot doesn't land. Loon,
double up.
Just 31 HP. You can't expect a lot from this man. Utility not there either. This guy's just got a ghost, making ghosts of his opponent.
Oh, it's a big TP. Oh, we missed the TP.
I don't think is where he wanted it to go. Fake TP, not going to do much. Already tapped once. They should be worried at this point about it being stuck, swinging out, confirming it's not. Loon has got another.
How has he killed them both here on this low HP? Shout out to BBL on this. Shout out to Loon once again.
Fair play. Good start for
Guy's farming him on pistols as well. I feel like he has a lot of just individual pistol kills.
Turkish duelist, and you went, you know what, that hasn't worked out. Let's choose the one that sounds like a Sentinel.
Neutronic with the Prime again. Thank you.
Sociable and Loot basically just won that one off firepower. I'm not going to talk about, oh yeah, vaccine utility or anything of the sort. It was like, who hit the most headshots? The 2 Turkish players.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, some other teams had Chamber and Lotus as well, right?
The latest name added to the list. An attempted mid push from the defensive side.
Dude, that's a hard round to win, by the way. I have no idea how they won 2 from this spot.
Good for him to clear the control, but now he's seen that they're there. Luckily, he's being cautious and won't be caught off guard by this squad. Running it back.
Reactive wall. Oh yeah, you like that. Love them committing here.
Unfortunately, there is a welcoming party. Oh, cool.
Well, in case they didn't know it was there, the drone's going to go over the top and remove any doubt at this point that the B side's pretty much clear. You can even see Sociable's now just waiting for them to rotate back in his direction, obviously looking to get towards that all-important tour de force, especially on a map like this. On the attack side, fighting towards B, it can be huge. And that's the thing, I think you're on this map in the past. I remember Ethan playing it a fair bit. It was massively enjoyable with how much space you can take, the flashes that you get alongside it. And it also just allows your duelist player to
you gotta try to do some damage.
For BBL, maybe there was a moment in the early fights that this could have slipped away from them, but it is looking like a very easy round.
The wall? Yeah, it looks like they're just reactively using it every single time, right? Very early, and people normally have different plays once we get into buy rounds, but makes sense for this map.
With a chance to find a little something, and instead he
got an orb.
Bullet swinging towards him. That's ult, I believe, online for next. We're very close to. Maybe he was 2 away, but I thought 1.
Okay.
So 2-0 we go. BBL is not quite flawless.
Yeah, they didn't get the gun. Wait, no, they did get the gun, right? Didn't actually make it over.
Doesn't matter too much. I think, yeah, the unfortunate part of this round is that we didn't really see too many kills go the way of Sociable. Obviously, that tour de force is the major value, but as you mentioned, having that dimensional drift online, the amount of space that can be taken.
Scary ult for bonus rounds. We've got 3 people aggro for Giants on this one.
Has now had it taken away. I guess maybe having a few other ideas of what they're going to be doing here.
The distribution changing as we go. Purpo.
Real smoke goes in as well.
Won't find anybody to take down, and the space taken by BBL's in the other direction.
Okay, and they know there's at least a solver over towards A main.
Push up towards A main as well. Good information to play with, but converting the kills with these weapons may be a different story. Runner quickly puts Sociable to bed. But take a look at where the spike
it's still
is.
winnable.
Still
what guns does this guy have? Ah, Stinger, devastating.
it hasn't committed just yet, and they're keen to take this in the other direction, having pulled some rotations.
They've got some pretty interesting space, and
The
you can see
timing's
the
unlucky
defense
as well.
now looks to try and push, but bear in mind, this is the player that has himself
Oh,
the spike
that
in the
is
Zapata, though.
everything.
Again, Profect shines when they need him to. He falls, that's the spike in the defender's hands, you're retaking it with weak weapons. Instead, there's now 2 guns on the floor, he's still got his sniper rifle, and they're even clearing out utility across the map. The defenders have no idea where they're going.
The only good thing is that
The double
West
stack's
side
still
was
kind of
close
nice
by.
for
When the
Giants,
turret
but
went down, he immediately fills in the space. He sees that nobody is here.
we got
That's going to mean the A players don't over-rotate.
Dude,
They
do
don't
we
panic
even...
and go
You
to
probably
the
should
B
change
side.
the gun to a
Instead,
rifle,
they're
but
still sat
after getting
here
2 kills from it,
waiting for this push to
understand
inevitably
not
come
doing
through.
it.
BBL not expecting to see so many numbers after dropping
Runner's
Munner.
a beast,
They
and we
might
bait
think
in the second,
that
and they
it's nice
shouldn't
and
think the
open,
second's
that
here
it's
so
free, but now they
close.
know it's not Tamazi doing more damage.
Ozzy
Profect to
loses the element of
45,
surprise.
and a
This guy's
2v2
heard
steps are
running.
go. And Yumpy
Oh,
caught West Side
boy.
off guard completely. The damage done now may not matter as much, as it's Tamazi who has to make a move through this wall. He may even have just been spotted. I
Yeah,
just saw a
that's
ping go
the play.
down. They know where he is. They know where he's coming from.
Jump in the middle.
And they
He should have then
Profect
jumped
with a
on the
4-piece.
on
This
the
was a
roof and
big
then peeked top
feature
right
of a lot of
roof.
those rounds towards the end of Haven. And he stepped up to do it again. 3-0 start for
5v4,
BBL.
there was a
Yeah,
Yoru
he's
on
looking
site.
like a
Instead of
fantastic
pinching
sniper. I don't
site,
think
they
there's any doubt
reactively
about it. The
pushed
fact
A
that
main.
This was 2 players with
Didn't love
rifles
it.
looking to try and take him out, and he wins that battle with the sniper. The individual
It's just
skill
the
there,
outlaw being
but then
outrageous
also
as well, though.
being able to
Elizabeth, thank you so much for the
reposition
prime.
light
Thank
into
you,
the
thank you for the
round
16
for that
months.
ultimate and just hold on in the end.
Of
Like,
course.
He seems like a
Yeah,
safe
Plat's
pair of
fun.
hands in so many scenarios where
Again, I
rounds
watch so
could
much
slip away
Valorant.
if
It's
he's
nice to
not.
talk about it. Venus, by the way, 2727 with the prime. Also, welcome into Slug Club. Thank you, March Cookie. Also with the tier 1. Thank you very much. Appreciate the 30 months. Awesome down to an eco. We got a hero judge.
To try and challenge. And as you can see, looking at the mini-map,
Lazen as well. Lazen 16 with the prime. Also, thank you for that.
2 groups of 2 set up on A and mid, and the B site, where BBL are walking up, is a little bit light in terms of defense.
TMV was so funny last episode, though.
Like this would have to be
It was so
an
funny.
oversight on the part of BBL.
We were
if
just
he's able
both
to get
going in
too
on
much
side
here.
joke because he was an hour late.
There's a bit of a
was pretty
an
fun.
off angle, and now has at least a little bit of support. Tamazi also going to try and do the same, hold a bit of a cross, but he has been spotted. Getting out of here should be impossible, and for Tamazi, he's basically just trying to play sort of snake in the grass, but he's also been spotted by the drone. Cloud will at least get one, and actually, they're making this one competitive. The pistols
that's a big
working
shot,
out
man.
maybe
Here we
when
go,
they
though. It's the
should've,
gun.
and now it's left all up to Sociable, and he
Huge,
can't land the
dude,
shot.
huge.
It's going to be the pace save card thrifty for GX.
This is similar to what happened on Haven, isn't it?
To blunders.
Remarkable stuff for GX. Look, your opponents can make all the mistakes that they want. You still have to hit those shots. You've still got to deliver it. They most certainly did. This push out from BBL, they have the flash, the reveal, the kills that come with it, but somehow Westside Profect putting up numbers. Sorry, Westside Profect returns, but it just doesn't matter. Players like Cloud, who
How
we've
does that
already
last
talked
kill?
about in the first
The last
map.
shot is
Seems like
outrageous.
it's been a while since
Hypnotic
we've
with the
had to
prime.
really
Thank
bring
you for the 2
him up,
months.
but
Thank
that
you,
is a
thank you.
return to form for him.
Decrypt with the
3
prime.
piece on the
Also with the
board.
11 months. Thank you. And Mellow
GX
Jello
finally
as well.
finding
Thank you
one.
for
This
doing
should have
that.
been a big
Nice.
lead for BBL. Instead, it's put to bed early.
Seems like a lot of
Decrypt also. Thank you for saying that, dude.
The plan is from
Okay, where's the money at, Chaks? We just had a thrifty. So we got 3 people that come by here. Then we got 4 people that come by here. Giant swing round. What is this?
Quick
Where does this go?
fakes with the smokes of Astra.
Whoa.
And almost just
Nice.
sell the idea that they're going in the other direction.
Yeah, so
again.
they've blocked
see those
vision here at the
mines
beginning
placed
at
into
least,
the back
create
of B to try
pressure,
and hold
and
players
then
on
they
that side of the
do
map.
some
And
util
in
like
the
we're
meantime,
trying
the
to,
lurking
head
operator
over towards the
of
site, and
Sociable
then
is gonna
after
make
that
his
we
move towards A.
recon Yoru, fake Yoru, and the
Nobody
Yoru can
catch up,
TP
but
in,
the steps
rotate
away,
goes in, but there's
that's
so
all
many
that they
people
need
here with the Yoru, and we've taken
This A
space on
side is
R.
now
It's a nice
undefended,
round
but
from
Purple
BBL.
has stepped back in for just a moment. He left that site, but gets in time to drop back. One player down. Great utility removed
Shot.
from BBL's belt, but Loon is here to put up a fight and equalize the numbers.
I'd retake once
Surprised
again.
The Cloud plays ahead of that. You have the advantage made by Purple, and you've given it right back up to the Duelist. Now you watch BBL playing those post plants and Purple facing
Very
into an
nice.
operator. Westside does the same. Eventually there's a trade
Yeah,
from
we got
Tamazi,
crossfire here though, so
he's
that's
sort
it for
of left
Tamazi.
isolated from the rest of the players. Yumpy finds that one all too easy, and Profek does the same. It started okay for GX considering
this was a nice round from BBL though. I liked it. And this is something that BBL's comp isn't going to have problems with, right? Getting info over towards long B.
And that gives that fight back in. And, well, once you have that 4v4, everybody
Astra ult? Oh, for sure, not great.
Yeah, I think it just
Kelvin, thank you so much for the Prime, man. Appreciate the 23 months. Any primers? Dude, there's been a lot of primers today. It's been outrageous. Yeah, so if you're Giants at the moment, you definitely got to talk about the fact that if they do a B default, they got to try clear this early, and like a jump peek at the back here, something. Again, the vines kind of stops you from jump peeking. If you're slowed, and the peek would be awful. This is the rough thing about pushing over towards middle, is because you go into a crossfire. This is why I don't really like middle in this map, because reacting here isn't great.
Certainly in the last map, Profek taking a lot.
It's just so hard to go into just a perfect set crossfire.
Seeing that many players
Nidavalier, thank you so much for the Prime as well. Thank you, thank you.
It's a promising sign for the season that may be ahead of the squad.
Yeah, because
Hanzo B with the Prime as well. Thank you so much.
You're not going for someone who has mass VCT experience and has been at the very top, other than, say, Yumpy. Everybody else has been in the tier 2 or something of the sort.
Is Nidavalier where they make the hammer in Avengers? Is that right?
Yeah, Profek and Loon especially are showing that they've definitely got the firepower to go with it, especially against a team that should have that.
It is? Nice.
In masses, another in-zone flawless to give them their 5th round on the attack inside. I'm really enjoying that. As I said, that middle control, a lot of teams, especially on low buy rounds, want to have that as a point of contention. You're like, okay, we've got pistols, we can get right up in their face early, then we have space to try and flank them on either side of the map. They have denied that every round, be it with a sociable operator or in this case a 1-2 punch. Before they had Vac, who was playing passive with the wall.
Marvel Rivals stream when? Don't want to play it, man. That and Path of Exile. I would just lose my life. I need to stick with just Valorant. The game's honestly looked too fun. My issue isn't.
Quite a bit of HP down. The op unsociable senses
and this is why you see this here, especially when there's attack ops, you should be like jump peek, solo peek floor, jump peek, solo peek floor, or even like then eventually just swing on the floor as well. So as soon as this pre-aim comes in, it gets rough. Someone did it the other day in China, and I was pretty impressed with it.
So it has Tamazi.
And you kind of want to change your rhythm up, because a lot of times, because it's angle of the head to see where they are on the mini map, it's
and he gets absolutely none of them.
Means that you got to commit a lot of time when they see you early.
Any remaining weaponry, but well, there's nobody there to remove it from. It gives them that sight for free. And after plant all too easy. What role did I play in Overwatch? I played DPS at the beginning of the game. Got top 500 just. I got carried and then never played it again really. I did observing, realized that the people that run the game are morons, uninstalled.
He's managed to sidestep and go undetected. Sociable falls, but then Loon strikes, and his double is more than enough to claim this round. Cloud may decide to go and save, and it looks like that is the call out of here to the A site. And left in the dust, RGX. This is a 6-1 start for BBL. They may have lost their map pick, the last map, in overtime. This map doesn't seem to have
people who run it were bad, the people high up.
Close of a competition.
No, and the worrying thing as well
the
is
brain capacity
a lot of
was
what got GX back
really
into those
small.
games were like, okay, they had
really
a big
painful.
round off maybe a low buy
really
or an
painful
individual
event
play.
to work on once you've been in esports for a while.
It just seemed to go straight back to regular programming from the side of BBL. Like, they didn't really break a sweat. And I am liking just the way that I feel like even though there have been attempts by GX to isolate Sociable, he's been so dynamic in where he's been playing.
Are you able to say what made it painful? A lot of people high up making decisions that obviously hadn't done their research about esports, just making the exact same mistakes, and then thinking they're geniuses for it.
And he has been
pretty much that.
Sort of a classic Sentinel in the fact that he's alone, But he's playing a chamber. He doesn't have
And then I
himself,
tried
like,
to save
a
them,
camera
and
or an
they
alarm
just
or
flamed me.
something that's going to give him all that information,
then
a turret
I
to hold a line.
just
It's just, okay,
sat
I'm
back and watched
sociable
it
and I'm
bounce,
looking with an orb
pretty
in
much.
the right direction, seemingly every time.
Examples?
Yeah, between himself, between Prof,
Example. Okay, I'll just give one example. In
they've got players like Loon,
what was it called back in the day?
Incredible performances looking back at map 1.
Chat, what was the
I don't know how many rounds went by without Loon getting
you know when it was like Birmingham Salvo, CGS? Okay, there was a thing called CGS back in the day. It was like trying to make loads of games like a professional gaming circuit, loads of different games. CS was done third person only, and they tried to make it third person only when I was observing. And my main excuse was like, first of all, it's been done, it's proven to be bad. Second of all, it could be a bunch of noobs playing and we would never know the skill issue. That's one. And then imagine that just about 50 times over.
But it doesn't seem that way, at least for now. We said that about Purpo before.
Basically, you can't gauge the skill aspect. They didn't want to show first person and a first person shoot again.
Oh no! That just
what's happening?
but just delete that round.
That's so strange. Oh, dude, they're morons.
No, it is just.
Oh god, I don't even want to get started. They like the fact that you could end a map in a draw even though you spent 14 minutes on a map because you then get to watch more more Overwatch. Holy hell. I can't even believe some of the stuff that I heard of that event.
Every shot has to be a different
Sorry we didn't inform you before the match, because there's no way
just for that
they would
one
all win.
fight right there.
Yeah,
now, from now on, it's all
they actually said like specifically round 8.
Round 8, opening duel.
On map 3, if we get there.
If we get there,
it's not, there's no script.
Gentleman's agreement, man. We saw the handshake in the bathroom before, and you know, fair play. But for BBL,
in the bathroom,
a 7th round seems to be coming, and I think GX, they don't seem to have what it takes to stop it.
I don't feel Riot does of esports pretty well. Very open to criticism, and they do try and change. We've seen them go back on some of their decisions. The problem is they got to balance it with the ranked stuff, and the extra problem is everyone's brains are like a little bit messed because of TikTok and stuff like that and dopamine levels, so you got to try and keep it fresh all the time. And it is like becoming an older game. It's like 5 years now, so you have to kind of change up stuff. So you got to try and balance it in esports with that. Really hard situation. Dude, Giantx, we gotta have a big buy round here for Giantx. Sorry, guys.
So he's gonna get himself that extra rifle, 7-1 up. Did we need a replay of this?
No, I can categorically
these
say
map pool changes though. Yeah, it's being on a team right now is rough. It really is.
Yeah, a 7-1 lead is a tough pill to swallow. And then you look at the economy.
I don't know how you stay consistent at the moment, but I'm not sure they care about teams staying consistent.
Credits-wise, we're coming into this round with more than 7K on 4 players. To make BBL take an eco is going to be difficult to say the least. Ults for GX are not there. A lot of them have been used in the last couple of rounds
if they
to no
fall back
effect
here,
in terms of affecting the round score.
then we have our TP over towards
He's just gone
Whoa,
for it all by
okay,
himself.
but we haven't cleared
Almost
elbow.
killed that man through smoke, which is ridiculous. He keeps on doing this.
Now
dancing
what?
Around,
yeah, I didn't know about that. I think you've always got to clear elbow here.
Arrived, but just too little, too late. Yumpy trying to get in to help the youngster, and instead has dropped the spike at the open. A good opportunity for the side of GX to capitalize here. There's no Omen to retrieve it. An agent that was played almost religiously.
Gotta adapt the fastest to be consistent. I just don't think you can be consistent. I agree with what you're saying, but the problem is, right? Say that I do what you say right now, right? I adapt. Teos come out, I adapt. I go to Masters. Everyone else gets like 2 weeks to practice the 2 new maps, and I don't. Then I'm just at a time disadvantage. Like, it's hard, man.
Oh, nice try from Tamazi to hide, but yeah, they've gotten up close now. Spike retrieve.
I mean, we're gonna get a plant.
No one wants to step into that wall, and now
but they still have Killjoy. Oh, but the Killjoy is stuck behind back of sight, and you kind of want it close. Nice shot. We got no cover here. This is maybe doable.
Got the op. He's going to look to pick them off, but Purpo's
honestly, if there were like no smokes here and you have someone down towards long, I'm always paying attention. That's still doable.
Yeah, I think a lot of that.
Duke Door with the prime. Thank you with 22 months.
That was Loon basically dancing around 2 opponents going down, and then I think Yumpy falls trying to help him a little bit too late. Like, those are mistakes from BBL and not something that I imagine will be too recreatable.
It's hard. Yeah, we don't get the you know the Fnatic run, right? The back-to-back. There wasn't a meta change there. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure from lock-in to Tokyo if there was a if there was even like a map change.
And the reality is, Loon does that again. He probably
it was probably an agent, but it was probably underwhelming.
Very difficult to repeat that kind of a result. BBL had an all-in play that relied on Loon or a Loon opening or Yumpy trading. Neither of those things happened. They're in a massive uphill battle as a result. This time around, though, the early work won't be quite as easy to connect on for GX. They've got to go find their own opportunities. And the operator in the hands of Purpo.
Yeah, they're really expecting aggro here.
A drone perhaps from Yumpy that's fired through to clear that angle. If they dry peek it, they're in trouble.
I think they expected aggression. Like, Sociable was pretty much
just
watching,
dude, the patience. The patience really paid off. Just not expecting someone to peek at that angle. Because who would cross with the fake Astra smoke and then hold here for 45 seconds straight?
Has been fantastic so far. The rest of the team looking to try and get back in, but again, we see those vines put into place running
BBL got some nice stuff though, fair play.
Damage, but also the slows is just not worth the risk. And now they have to try and retake this 4v5, but they do have themselves a lockdown. That's the one saving grace.
There it is, put into play on cue. The idea here, though, catch those players as they fade back towards long. Surely, look who's stepping up, though. Sociable is walking in for the kills. He's got the TP to get out, and he might be caught by it in the end. It looks like he will, too.
Two players detained on Insta in this.
But they've got cover. They're behind the wall. The defuse, though, the problem. Already stopped with the grab while in play.
Damn.
Kills, though.
Damn. No way has he done that. Give me this POV, because that is a madness. How? Every POV we were on was just getting insta-popped.
There could have been so many players in this game to get the first ace in VCT in the
This should never be around.
Someone who I'm sure has been up there before in the statistics.
Shot.
The hero plays as his teammate looks to defuse.
That is far range for all of these as well. This is not easy to do. Oh my god.
That's exactly what I'm talking about from their side. Get the blood pumping.
That's one of the most satisfying aces I think I've ever seen in Valorant. That is so hard to do.
I think we've never heard Runner get that loud before. I heard his mic.
Yeah, it gives him a lot of belief as well after you watch that.
Have to reprogram now. He was hyped up.
Imagine they get 5.
Purpo, nice shot onto the head of Loon. If Loon hadn't have brought that comb, if he didn't spike his hair, I think he would have survived that. But hey, listen, Sage players relate. 7-3, 2 rounds left to play for in this half.
Yeah, that's a nice pick though. Can't even be that mad at Tamazi there, really.
They're still getting aggressive. The operator of Sociable again opening up these fights, getting so aggressive.
Jackdaw, thank you so much, man. Thank you. Appreciate the prank.
Usual position you'll see
only 8 months, dude. Thank you for that.
Probably the usual position you'll see Sociable in.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like.
Bro, it's fast, yeah.
Like
it was fast.
Usual and his gameplay don't really go within the same sentence.
You're so fast.
It's weird because it's really hard to retake without a smoke on this map. So I think they gotta fight heavier side. Like I think at one point here, either two had to group up and push.
We're going to see the attempted use of that Hunter's Fury, and it has done damage, not only the kill, but also
got
the
another. That's
nice, man. Big too. That utility that's on long now, no longer in play.
Yumpy server.
Side 3 versus 4. So disadvantage, utility stripped.
Cloud is still alive.
Dart from Cloud, the drone to come up and at least spot back, but he's moved out of that position immediately. Luckily, the ping goes through in time for Cloud to connect. Shot from Purpo is good. Sociable's aggression
now Cloud gets his own ult.
No util for quite a while.
Oh my god, how are they winning these?
Damn,
how are they winning these? That's 2 back-to-back rounds. I feel like they have no right winning.
Another round, 7-4. 1 round to play for, and what was an abysmal start to this map becomes pretty doable.
No smokes, and they fought a little bit on site. They played way too aggro for the no smokes. They still had Astra alive, right? Or am I? Yeah, they still had Astra alive.
Having a couple of really big rounds for the squad. This was just delaying that
Dude, I feel like the Astra, when they have KO, has to like run, spawn, everyone else should play time. That's hard. In the moment, this is hard still. Dude, I'm telling you, if they get 5, they're going to have so much belief. They got great ults. Pressure of Astra ult means that BBL need to play on site and after plant. Full line over towards B again. It must have been a fake smoke here that I missed.
Comps that they've brought in today. It took GX a while to adapt to what's going down. Even the early fight's still going BBL's way. It's a great sign seeing GX able to recover from disadvantages, able to fight their way back into some of these rounds. And
Chamber? I mean, he has ult. He probably should have bought like a backup Bucky or something.
Ago certainly helps out. Reveal is good. Players spotted. Yuppie is right on them, hot for the kill, but he won't find it at West Side. 2 kills so far in this game, and now he's just doubled up. Backside hold is successful. Loon's walking around, spotted as West Side gets his triple. That should be the round done and dusted.
Even if he gets one,
and indeed,
it's
with
like...
it to half. It's only one man. Sociable, don't you dare. Don't you dare, Sociable. Good. The shot better than the blade. And the ult's still there to play with. 4 shots, 3 opponents to take down. And a quick fire rate, it is doable, but it's Purpo on the angle to close this out.
5?
Great recovery in this series.
Honestly, they stole 2, chat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They should be really happy with 5. The easy transfer of the Prime. Thank you so much for the 2 years as well. Thank you, thank you.
It might look like they're already out of it, but at any point they can turn it around. There's still a second half to come. We'll be back.
5 is too much? I'm not sure 5 is too much on this. This is a good defense comp, I feel like. Yeah, they should have a real strong defense comp here.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Oh, fast rotate. I'll just mute this a little bit. We got fast rotate, chamber vice. It should be a very strong defense comp. EMEA's halftime break? Yeah, first time. Will there be another game after? Yeah, of course. It's K-Corp against Na'Vi. You think teams are still underrating certain agents? I mean, sure. But I think even the main agents that were underrated, or at least kind of are, Deadlock's a little bit, because Deadlock's buffs are pretty big. Chamber, Vice, they're like the 3 that I would say. I do still feel like Sage could have a place. But I can understand why you would always pick a Deadlock if you're thinking Sage. All Sentinels? I mean, yeah, pretty much. But everything else gets a good amount of play, right? Sown202, thank you so much, man. Thank you for doing that. Appreciate you gifting. Will Imi stop hating on Vice? To be fair to Imi though, he demolished EG once he had a demo of Vice. Get muted. Thank you, chat. Sorry, I forgot.
Within the first 10 seconds of the round, like he would have been able to just teleport back.
Okay, BBL early on.
Attack, though,
push over towards B. They can do this all the time. All the time.
And that's where
Chamber can be over towards here, locking this down. So can Yoru.
Already up close, I think catching back a little bit off guard. Purpo though doesn't land
Purpo's played great here though. The delay for the wall was really nice. Like he delayed for a long time here.
Still on the site is Loon. Holding his ground for now, but a big challenge comes through and it's West Side yet again. A good start here in the pistol round for this man. After the second last round being his, but that shock dart, that's going to put him to bed. Back to a 2 versus 2, but post-plant positions and some util still for Tamazi.
That's what a lot of
keep an eye on the chamber.
Comes down to.
Looks like we're not considering this. Marzi?
Though they have no backline
Oh boy.
hold. They have no idea that Sociable has gone all the way around. It's not pretty, and he doesn't connect the shots. It gives Tomazi a lifeline to try and hold on to this pistol. Up against Yumpy, but it'll be Yumpy to take things home.
Yumpy bails him out.
Pistol
Oh god,
for BBL.
that was
They'll
really
extend
scary.
that gap at least a little further.
Well, that's it so far. We've seen that scoreline crept up on most of the time, but BBL's position.
Pistol gods,
their
right?
hand strengthened so much by this. It's not just this round putting it up to a 3 gap, but it's the fact that GX likely to take an eco here. Still some good signs. Players like Westside, he had a really tough start over on the defensive side of this map.
5-1, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He flanked on quite a lot and just losing those head-to-heads. But now, well, he's off to a flying start. He had a good round to close out the previous half.
Yeah, because they started 3-0. Dude, 5-1 pistols. Poor Giants.
This is not a round we expect much contention in.
Yeta J, hello mate. Good to see you, bro. Bellatoli, thank you so much. Bella T Francesco with the Prime, thank you for the 16 months. Dude, I always struggle with your name. Euphoria as well, thank you so much for that. It's your birthday today? Happy birthday, if it actually is.
I feel like this is where the Vice utility can be a little bit more valuable.
I don't know why you'd lie about that, but you never know on the internet. I've been lied to before. Never forget.
Be put in awkward battles. Here though, he's going to be much more of an anchor. A single kill is all that will be there for GX, but this is where they need to start those streaks of rounds again. Bear in mind that
Vanity's here as well. Hello,
last
Vanity.
map, what they were 12-8 down before managing
Everyone
to
was
take it
talking
to
about you
overtime.
earlier.
It's possible.
They
It's
did
doable.
your signature
I
wave.
feel like they need to start doing it now and not lose another round to, well, maybe a sniper
Son
or two.
as well. Thank you so much for gifting to Yeta J. Thank you for doing that.
Basket, do you? For the side of GX, it's time to start to step it up before that lead goes a little bit too far. BBL, like you said, a couple of snipers.
Right, what's this default? So we got the chamber playing close and we bait one in for the bonus. I'm enjoying BBL's bonus rounds. They've been nice. Everything makes sense, right? We're always doing something a little bit cheesy.
Finish someone off. If he does manage to land that early fight, 120 on the clock and fights across the map. We've seen
Bots one gets the ult, gets the info that we're still holding it.
Toying with mid, utility thrown out by BBL, but GX are sensing that there's no one really taking that fight. Grouped up, pushing into art together. The drone leads the way.
Okay, well, Yorin definitely can't take the TP anymore, so he insta-fakes it.
Is that first point of contact back?
Smoke, smoke. Dude, no A pressure. This is all going to come down to the Yoru duel. Do they pinch?
The problem is it leaves back fairly isolated, only having a Spectre to play with, but with rotation slowly coming in,
Giant kill, man. Someone's got to. We've got to pinch this, surely. Oh, smokes go spawn. It doesn't matter. West sides. I mean, sorry, Tomazi's a beast on that.
Only Sociable.
Did Tomazi tank a bullet? Yeah, he did at least.
Near the action. I'm surprised he's still going with the sniper. I fully expected maybe a change. It doesn't matter though. Maybe that.
Jesus! No, it's a 2v5. Surely not.
Ignore me. Use whatever gun you feel comfortable with.
Defuse starts.
That just sucks, so no one has to worry for a little bit. Insta tap with the sucks, they're going out.
They're going to swing straight into Sociable. He's landed another.
Whoa.
Not quite taking the
No way, man. There's no way. Dude, the aces have been wild. Cloud's ace was wild. This just as wild. Oh man, who's the guy on site? Who's the second guy that died? He's gonna be feeling gutted.
Quickly followed by the second ace. This is absurd. He's not using
look at that
gun
though.
in any manner for which it was designed, but hey, I guess that's why he's not using the headhunter.
14 HP does that.
But what an insane way to get home the 10th round. We talked about the youngsters within the team, but this man's Sociable.
He contemplated taking the table out.
He's got 19 kills at the moment, and while number 20, it's there as well.
Yeah, continue it going back to back.
Joke in Pacific about Alex breaking the desk, and we
back to
almost
back.
got to see it happen in real life here. Sociable still going. 3 kills. Eventually, he's put to bed, but surely that's enough. Job done. Runner and Tomazi left to pick up the pieces, and they've got to be wondering how we've ended up here so quickly, dispatched by that man Sociable. 8 kills in a row before he's dropped, and
I think he might have his ult.
11-5. No! Possibly. Had a couple kills, not a lot of deaths. All right. Double the score already,
I
and it
mean,
looks to get even
is
worse
AORB
with
there?
BBL making it up to 11. And look, the way that they lost that previous round, I want 6 replays back-to-back of
They're
just
done,
Pips'
by the way.
face,
Force
after
into
every
this
kill.
round.
For every kill that came in from that guy.
Everyone has
Sociable.
light
It
armor.
needs to be like one of those like freeze phase.
Oh man.
30
Well,
seconds
I'll
left.
tell you what. That
Dude, the
little
Marshal
taste of
into the
happiness
Outlaw.
Pipson had earlier, it didn't last long.
It's
8
got bad
kills.
aftertaste.
Short-lived.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Is it?
I think he followed it with a few courses of
That's
something he didn't
something
like.
fishy? Like that would
Goodness.
that's so rough. Like not only losing around, but losing around like that. You just
10
you're gonna have
seconds
Would I
nightmares
nerf the
about it.
Outlaw?
You're-
Yeah.
you're gonna be
I wouldn't.
waking up thinking
I was
about
talking
the
about
Master,
doing
you're
it
gonna be
last
thinking
year.
about Sociable.
As soon as it came out, I thought
Wow.
it was a bit broken.
Again, like you look at the pickups that have come through from
I don't think the
BBL,
skill
and
level's
I'll be
very
honest
high
you,
with it.
they're
That's
not
my issue.
necessarily the ones that on paper you're going to be the most excited about. But we have already seen some
Dapper
utterly
Dave with the tier
insane
1.
moments.
Thank you
Like,
so much, man.
Realistically, Prophet
Thank
could
you,
have had
thank
about
you.
4 aces in this series already. He's a 4K master, but I don't know if anybody's
Jimmy
gonna be
Pickles as
topping
well.
that
Thank
one
you with the
for a
Prime
while.
also.
That was
Appreciate the 3
so
months.
ridiculous.
No, I absolute zero faith that he was going to pick that up.
Let me get a Pipson cam, please.
Oh lord.
Just for the whole 40 seconds.
Spitting like rapid.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be
The
talking
rap
a
god's
lot.
out.
He's saying, don't worry guys, it's
Frenzy
fine.
Fusion as well,
I-
24 months.
everything's
Thank you,
going as
thank
planned.
you.
We're now gonna win the remaining
Intelligent
rounds in
Dummy
a row.
17
Close
as well
well,
with the
13,
Prime.
11.
Thank you for
Love
that.
you, Bubs.
And Lord
Yeah,
Buckethead
You're saying
67 with the
this
tier
is
1.
actually weird.
That's actually his known saying, love you, Bubs. He says that
how
whenever
he signs off.
Whenever I see him, that's what he says.
Oh really? I'll check that out backstage. I'll follow
Yeah,
him around.
yeah.
We'll see if that's the case.
Yeah, I can see
I'm
that.
going home after this.
For GX, it's not the best of positions either, Tom. I mean, he's going to have one hell of a rallying speech for
This
them. They're
game
coming
is a
into this
snowball game.
11-5,
It's always been a snowball
and a
game,
likely
but yeah, the
12
Outlaw
for
made it a little
BBL,
bit easier.
as we don't expect to see big investments from GX. They don't have a lot of credits. One rifle on runner we're seeing right now, and then it's pistols and a stinger.
What I think about
You're
Powell,
putting a lot
he's
of
good.
eggs in that basket. But in fact, they're
From
keeping
what I've
most
heard
of
and
them
what I've
for the
seen, I'm
next
pretty
round.
sure he's good.
12-5, 7 in a row. That's ambition right there.
I really like Waylander in that camera. It's
Who did
sort
I
of like
predict
when-
today? The team
when,
that is
like,
losing
your girlfriend or
5-11.
boyfriend starts having a go at the manager and he's just sat there looking like,
Dude,
I just wanna go
BBL
home.
have a stand-in.
I didn't think the food was
Like,
that cold.
Oh, it's
It
fine,
should
honestly.
have been fine for
I
them.
know I ordered a steak and I got fish, but I didn't even mind
I'll
that
eat it,
much.
man, I'll eat it. It's nice.
Even he gave it the
BBL have
side
some
for a
cool
second,
stuff
like,
though.
Okay. Oh dear.
And the individuals,
Sociable's got a sniper.
especially this guy.
Oh,
Run for the hills.
they didn't catch him. He's actually been able to set up for a second bite of the cherry.
He's
This is
just
not going to
out
be
of
something
there as
that he
well.
relinquishes without a serious fight, especially with this ultimate. Chalked and ready to go. GX know that. Don't want to challenge it. Move it in the other direction instead. Potential to make their way into spawn. If they want to avoid Loon, that will be difficult. It's got a gate crash down for the A site and will be omnipresent regardless of where that hit comes through. And I like the fact that BBL
All believing on
having
Plat
given
chat?
up
I
a
mean,
lot of
yeah, as
control
well.
around
Dude, the
card,
roster's
having
nice.
let them into the spawn
But
potentially. They give up A.
BBL just look
instead
like a
pushing in to take
more
control
put
of
together
main. This
team
is
with
a
some
smart
cooler
play, so they
ideas.
at least have some control and an angle to fight for in the retake.
And I gotta say, like, these two look
but he has support.
great.
If one sniper wasn't enough, oh dear.
Oh boy.
You're
Honestly though, how's your life for
Dance
so
like
long?
nobody's watching, that's what they
But
say.
now they've got to go into A.
Yeah. He's bought time, if nothing else. And if you have a one-shot sniper,
30 seconds left.
so does Sociable. 25 seconds, the clock ticking away as they attempt, and I mean attempt, to get into that site. 12 and 5. If
So
4 rounds in a
we
row
saw them have
wasn't enough in the
4
last
on
round,
Haven,
it's a
but
whole different ball game this time.
Oh yeah, I mean they're not even at the halfway mark. More than double the rounds held by their opponents. And BBL are about to come into a round with 3 ultis online. Sure, the same can be said for GX, but so far,
But they almost have all 5. Like it's
Yeah.
a very realistic chance that they could use everything, but
Sure.
you still then have to streak 6 rounds in a row with no ults. So it's one of those
I would nerf
scenarios
the
where it's
Outlaw.
like, okay, maybe we can
just
win off ults in
reduce the
this round, but we
firepower.
can't
Like
do
reduce
it
the
next round.
it's a
how
nasty
fast you
little
can
setup from
shoot.
back. Sociable still getting aggressive early, tanking a couple shots from the turret, hoping someone would peek him. Now that he's given away that the up is here, you don't think they will. He had a chance right there.
Wrong button. If he clicked the other
Oh.
button, he's dead.
Well, thankfully he didn't, and GX will keep their advantage. Or, well, keep
Your ult goes in,
level.
clears all at A. Dude, look at my Astra. That's an Astra that is winning 12-5, that's for sure.
Loon's actually gonna. I thought he was gonna stick it for a second, but wants to sell the idea.
Drone gone.
Yeah, I don't mind this though from the attack, looking to go back towards the A side. When you've cleared that much ground, seen absolutely nothing, the expectation might be to rotate. In fact, it's the opposite. Loon is now re-pushing that angle again and checking, well, for double, that it's still clear.
Interesting that they are moving towards the B side after seeing the A aggression.
Okay, picking the right side. We've got a chamber with a lot of util.
The stack is going to be on the other side, but as we can see, they're avoiding the mind games. BBL have stacked A. It's all.
They're not avoiding anything.
He's farming so much on the defense.
The B side. A lone ranger, but he lands his shot with precision and out for more. But Tamazi puts him to bed. Still, a 3v2.
Look at the spike.
Oh, Cloud finding that kill is huge. He was on 30 HP. He's got the spike, and now
Let's see it, Cloud. You got 15 seconds, mate.
Hunter's Fury for the post plant, but with just 30 HP, and
Oh, boy.
Yumpy hot on his heels. It's the shock dart out, and it won't land the kill.
Wait, chill, Yumpy. Okay, real good. I can't believe he peeked with the ult. I know that he's done it time-wise, but... Okay, dude, really nice from BBL. Like this comp. Dude, that chamber looked real good, though. The chamber into the Outlaw abuse. The Marshall ace was nuts. But that looks hard to play against, though, the double Sentinel. And they got enough on attack, for sure. Hey, this is a fun game, though. Shout out to BBL. With a stand-in.
Every single map first, we started off with Loon, the